Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today I'm doing a fan request from Berserk the Best, Squad Captain of the Special Operations Squad, and humanity's strongest soldier, Levi Ackerman. This will be a somewhat more challenging build because I haven't watched the Attack on Titan anime, so what I'm building here is based off my general knowledge and what I can discern from the wiki, so bear with me. For stats, we'll be using the standard array from the player's handbook. Strength will be 10, it's not necessary for our fighting style, but it doesn't look to be our dump stat. Dexterity will be 15, we regularly fight in the air with our 3D gear, so we should be as nimble as possible. Constitution will be 13, we regularly fight titans or giants as they probably are in D&D, so we want to be able to take a hit as well as dodge one. Intelligence will be 12, nothing special, but enough to portray some smarts. Wisdom will be 14, we are rated at having an 8 out of 10 in wit, so this seems appropriate. And finally, Charisma will be 8. He is described as not very approachable and rarely showing emotion and giving a cold impression to others. For race, Levi, like all on the city walls, is a human. To be a cut above the rest, we'll be going with Variant Human. We'll increase our Dexterity and Constitution by 1 each, and raising them to a 16 and 14 respectively. For skill, we will choose Insight. Our feat will be Mobile. This will increase our speed by 10 feet to 40 feet. When we dash, difficult terrain doesn't cost us extra movement. When we make a melee attack against a creature, we don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn. All of these should be quite useful for the Survey Corps. Finally, we speak Common and 1 additional language. Choose whatever fits your campaign. For background, Levi was a notorious thug in the underground before joining the Survey Corps, so we'll be going with Criminal. This gives us proficiency with the Deception and Stealth skills, proficiency with a gaming set of our choice, choose whatever you like, and Thieves' Tools. Our feature is Criminal Contact. This gives us a liaison to the criminal underworld and a network of other criminals. For class, we're going to focus on our upbringing before we try to represent Levi in the Survey Corps. So our first level will be in Rogue. This gives us a D8 hit die, proficiency with Dexterity and Intelligence saves. For skills, we'll pick up Acrobatics, Athletics, Intimidation, and Perception. We're proficient with light armor and with simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. The weapons wielded by the Survey Corps are probably best represented by scimitars, but we will substitute short swords for now. At first level, we gain expertise in 2 skills of our choice. We'll be choosing Acrobatics and Intimidation. Next, we gain Sneak Attack, giving us an additional d6 of damage with finesse and ranged weapons against targets we have advantage against, or who we have an ally within 5 feet of. If I recall, a Titan's weak spot is at the back of their neck, so this is a good ability for that. Our final ability is level as Thieves' Cant, obviously something we picked up during our criminal life. I want to start getting the build as close to the character as soon as possible, so for second level we will start multi-classing, picking up our first level in Ranger. This gives us a d10 hit die, we gain proficiency with medium armor and shields as well as martial weapons, meaning we can now switch over to scimitars if we so desire. First level Rangers gain Favored Enemy. We will choose Giants. This gives us advantage on survival checks to track giants, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them. We also learn the Giant language. We'll be trading our Natural Explorer for Deft Explorer. At first level, this gives us Canny, allowing us to select another skill to gain expertise in. We'll pick up Athletics. At third level, we really get to start fleshing out our build. Ranger first has us pick up a fighting style. We grab 2 weapon fighting. This makes it so we can use our ability modifiers or damage with offhand weapons. Next, we gain our spellcasting. As a ranger, we have no cantrips, but we gain 2 first level spells. First, we will take Jump. This spell can triple our jumping distance for 1 minute and doesn't require concentration, our first step to imitating the vertical maneuvering equipment. Our next spell will be Hunter's Mark. This will give us an extra d6 of damage when we hit, but does require concentration, so gotta be careful there. Fourth level is our third level in Ranger, and we choose our Conclave. We'll be going with the Hunter Conclave in the player's handbook to show just how good we are at slaying titans. This gives us a Hunter's Prey. We will be choosing the Giant Killer ability. With this, when a large or larger creature within 5 feet of us misses or hits us, we can use our reaction to immediately attack that creature after the attack. We're choosing this because with Sneak Attack, the ability to potentially make an attack on someone else's turn is invaluable. Next, we gain Primeval Awareness. As an action, by expending a spell slot, we can learn if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile of us. Not really on theme for us, and probably a waste of a spell slot for us, honestly. Finally, we gain an additional spell. We'll grab Zephyr Strike from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. It requires concentration, and for 1 minute our movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. and a single time before the spell ends we can give ourselves advantage on one attack and deal an additional 1d8 force damage on a hit, and whether we hit or miss, our speed will increase by 30 feet for that turn. 5th level is a brief level, and our first ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our dexterity, raising it to an 18. At 6th level, Ranger grants us extra attack. Now when we take the attack action, we make 2 attacks instead of 1. We can get 3 attacks now with our dual wielding. This level also sees us gaining our first 2nd level spell. We'll pick up Dark Vision. It's not appropriate as apparently Titans were not active when there was no sunlight, but we need to make sure we can function well in general D&D as well. Plus, this spell doesn't require concentration. At 7th level, our favorite enemy improves, allowing us to choose another creature type. We already have Giant, which reflects well for the build, so pick up whatever you may have encountered a lot in your campaign here. Finally, our Deft Explorer improves as well. Now we gain Roving. This increases our movement by 5 feet, which with mobile is totaling 45 feet now, and we now have a climbing speed and a swimming speed equal to our walking speed. The climbing speed is key here. Combining this with the jump spell is how we will imitate the vertical maneuvering gear. At 8th level, we'll be jumping back over to Rogue now that we have our climbing speed. Our 2nd level in Rogue grants us Cunning Action. Now as a bonus action, we can take the Dodge, Dash, and Disengage actions, greatly increasing our maneuverability. Our 3rd level in Rogue means we select our Roguish archetype, of which we will be picking up Scout, fitting for a member of the Survey Corps. This grants us Skirmisher. Now when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of us, we can use our reaction to move up to half our movement speed without provoking opportunity attacks. We also gain Survivalist, which gives us proficiency with the nature and survival skills. Our proficiency bonus is also doubled for these skills. Finally, our sneak attack damage increases from 1d6 to 2d6. 10th level sees us gaining an additional ability score improvement. We'll be dropping it into our dexterity, capping it off at 20. 11th level grants us Uncanny Dodge. Now as a reaction when we are hit, we can take half damage from the attack. This will compete with Giant Killer in some ways, but we can decide if the damage is too high to take or if we would rather strike back. Finally, our sneak attack increases from 2d6 to 3d6. At 12th level, we gain expertise and 2 more skills of our choice. At this point, we have Acrobatics, Athletics, Intimidation, Nature, and Survival, so we'll pick up Perception and Stealth. Perception so we can be aware of our surroundings while we zip through the air, and Stealth to ensure we can have an easier time getting off our sneak attack if we're solo. At 13th level, we gain Evasion. Now when we succeed on a Dexterity save for half damage, we instead take no damage, and only half damage if we fail. Finally, our sneak attack increases from 3d6 to 4d6. 14th level is another ability score improvement. We'll trade this one for the Dual Wielder feat. Now while we wield a weapon in each hand, our AC is increased by +1, and we can draw both our scimitars, or short swords, at the same time. At 15th level, Scout grants us Superior Mobility. This increases our base speed by 10 feet, for a total of 55 feet. In addition, our sneak attack increases from 4d6 to 5d6. 16th level sees us with another ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our Constitution, raising it to a 16 for some extra hit points. At 17th level, we gain Reliable Talent. Now when we make an ability check that adds our proficiency bonus, we treat any roll of 9 or lower as a 10. With our large list of skills, this will be quite useful. Finally, our sneak attack increases from 5d6 to 6d6. 18th level is our final ability score improvement. Let's drop this into our Charisma to get rid of that negative modifier. 19th level is our final Scout ability, Ambush Master. We now have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, when we hit a creature during the first round of combat, we grant our allies and ourselves advantage against that target until the start of our next turn. Finally, we gain our last increase to sneak attack, increasing it from 66 to 76. At 20th level, we gain the ability Blind Sense. Now, so long as we are able to hear, we're aware of any creature within 10 feet of us, whether they are invisible or hidden. Not the strongest, or even the most useful for someone who wants to spend their time fighting giants, but still makes a decent capstone for us. End result sees us with 159 hit points, an AC of 17 assuming studded leather armor, 18 while wielding both our weapons. We have a base speed, climbing speed, and even swimming speed of 55 feet. We can dash as a bonus action, granting us 110 feet of movement and still being able to attack. With sneak attack and Hunter's Mark, we can average 36 damage with one hit. We have a large swath of skills we're proficient in, and also have expertise in many as well. With Reliable Talent, we're quite the effective skill monkey. Our biggest issue will be deciding how to use our reaction between Giant Killer, Skirmisher, and Uncanny Dodge. We also have a slew of options to eat up our bonus action with as well. All in all, I like the flavor of this build, and I think it does a good job at feeling like you're a part of the Survey Corps. I wouldn't mind seeing this build on a dwarf sometime due to their hatred of giants. It could work well in a mountainous setting as well. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. I hope all your 20s are natural. See you next time.